reference to what we talked last time about the first house of Gusii in the name called a structure that was called RIGO. Today, I'm accompanied by Msee Samson Nyamoko, who is going to show us where exact location where we can find RIGO within Gusii. In particular today, we are at Magenja Ward and in particular a place called Itembu, where we are going to see that kind of structure where the first Gusii or the first home of a Gusii can be assumed to have started.
As I had explained earlier, this is the first home of the Gusii community. Over 100 years ago, a century ago. The Gusii had no house other than what you can see here. They could go dig under a rock, as you can see. Make inside that rock a house that one can settle of about 10 to 20 feet, 10 by 20. But now you can see it is never maintained, but still you can see Bwana Nyandika,
yes.
that is where that to make some fire. For some fire. This is where they could sleep. You can see here. Yes. And they could light fire from here to avoid wild animals to attack them. And what you can see here, this water got given, and the Gusii believes that this water is a cleansing water. It is a holy water. It's holy water. For those people who do fasting, yes, who pray, they do come here, fast, pray, drink this water for purification at home, spiritual purification. So it is a holy place.
It's a holy place.
It is even God dwelling place.
What in your imagination? Was this one made or it was man-made? It was a natural cave?
This was naturally made by God. Okay. For the Gusii to stay here,
they only discovered.
But there is an advantage here. There is a lucky place here that you can dig and make a settlement to stay.
But it looks a bit some sand.
This is the position of the water that brings soil and damps it.
So in case it's removed,
it will remain as it used to be.
So I can see it's the height of a man.
It is.
So we are saying that this can be preserved as a shrine.
Yes, and settlements.
Yeah.
For the young ones to come and learn.
Yeah, and because as much and it's even it's already a permanent house.
And the process of the growing courage. Yes. Where we started from and where we are. This is where people should come and see how Gusii was hard work.
Our people, Gusii, wherever you are in the world, we are in South Mugrango, we are Warabu constituency, Magenja Ward at Itembu, near Nyakore Secondary School.
Yes.
Wherever we are today, this is the first home of the Gusii. These were their caves. It was protected. It had an entry from here and an exit the other end.
Yes.
And as you know very well, a Gusii house has got 2 doors. Kiaburunge,
door for men,
door for women. Yes. So in this particular end, we are requesting that if you get interested in our culture, please make a visit to this place, and even if you can make a contribution towards of any nature that will now make this shrine or this location a preservation for tourist attraction.
Mr. Yandika,
Yes.
if you can see here,
Yes.
this was the door to sitting.
This one was the
Yeah, you can see where they could light fire, sit, talk, drink. And from the other side was door to the bedroom.
to the bedroom.
Yes, okay. And if you can see the structure of this place, or the landscape, let me use that knowledge.
Yes.
You cannot easily walk from the other side. Can you see?
You can't walk. It's sloping. It's already
It is
protected.
sloping.
Yeah.
Very protected.
Very protected.
So there was no fence, but naturally
it was protected.
it was
Hey,
protected.
that's great.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's water,
You can see. You can
and then it was steep.
You can see.
Nobody could walk in.
You can't.
easily.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
Okay.
There's some water that looks like a spring, but it is water which you cannot tell where it comes from, naturally flowing as if from water or from God. See where the water is pouring to? You can see down here, but interestingly, this water goes nowhere. It is observed here. It doesn't go anywhere, no extension. We don't know where the water goes, but it is flowing, and nobody can explain where the water goes. It is a miracle. But the answer is God who can give. Humphrey's Hotel and the visitors that we got from the quad, you had several questions that you were asking me about the first settlement of the Gusii community. Now it is fortunate that you are here. So what can you explain to the public and whoever could want to learn how the Gusii came up with his first house to stay?
I can say I'm grateful. Number one. And this is already evidence enough that the people have been settling here for a very long time. And there is evidence that there were mighty trees here. Long, leave alone the trees we are seeing today, the eucalyptus. It seems like they are the original Gusii trees in this particular region. And the fact that there is defense, already this place is very steep. Nobody could attack. Indeed, fire was being lit down here. I can say, indeed, people settled here before they moved out. I'm even told that later they started making other small rigos.
We are going to see that.
Nasikia ingine for Itago, and they moved to other place. I can say that we have evidence. Today, I want to say that we are having clear evidence that our people came first. They remotely settled down, but with a motive to settle in permanent settlements. And they were having a strong urge to stay in permanent dwellings. And I'm happy that this one is evidence that Gusii always wanted to have an entry and an exit door compulsory. As a compulsory.
What can you comment about the environment where we used to stay in a village?
This environment is quite interesting. A particular end, meaning they are the places where they could make their stone tools and then settle down maybe when they are even taking their beer or something like that. Because stone carving is as old as the Gusii history. And it's like they loved staying in steep places that are raised. As much as this place is looking down, still we have got, it's still up comparing to the level down there. Yeah. And I can say this place is even conducive to start a southland and preserve it as a serious site in the Kenyan history.
How about sunshine, rain?
You know this is very natural because they used to receive water naturally.
Yes.
It's pleasant water, and at the same time they were using it to cook or even take a bath, which means it was. We still want to study why this water does not get out of this place.
And don't you see that the place was somehow isolated?
Yeah, it was.
Call it pollution, call it noise. Noise can also be...
Here for Mother Nature, this is a refreshing area.
Yeah,
They look for a good place.
yes.
Yeah. You know, I can see Meteo original Gusii, you can see at the other end.
Those ones are for medication.
And these are medication. Yes. They are medicinal trees.
Thank you. I think you have seen by your eyes.
I'm very excited.
You can
Thank you very
testify.
much. I'm very excited.
Welcome,
We
welcome.
can get now one-on-one with him.
Yes.
He's a
name is Pangani.
yeah, Pangani.
I'm the son of the
The
Sokolo
son.
Mare.
Yes.
So I really appreciate if you are coming. This is Rigo Yanyomoje.
Your grandmother?
My grandmother.
Okay.
So the year I think it was 80s. This very place was very interesting. Very interesting. Because there were some boats here. Some boats here.
Yeah.
Was becoming here.
They are still
Take
down.
what?
If we excavate.
Yes.
Yeah. Early 90s.
Yes.
These trees were not there. There were some indigenous trees.
Okay.
Those,
The most common tree was or
yes. These trees like this one.
yeah.
The indigenous.
Miobo.
Sojo.
Those are the trees were being planted here.
Yeah.
But now,
And down here, if Dagi Bwana Nyandika,
You can get the pots
we can get to the pots, the kind of utensils they
which
were
were using
using.
that time.
Yes.
So it's an archaeological site.
And even furniture, if they could.
It's possible.
maybe.
Yeah.
But quite recently,
can
some of
explore.
them
Yeah.
could be seen up here.
Finally, the evidence is here. RIGO is here. The structure is intact. It only it is here. We've been searching for it the whole day. But finally we have come to where it's located. Welcome to RIGO at Magenta Ward, my Chogebora constituency. Another RIGO, a home of a Gusii, at a place called Bongera village in Nyaganja. Ibokuosa vocation, Nyaganja location in Maganja Ward, and Chogebora constituency.
Yes.
We are privileged to see wonders of the world where our people lived, especially in Machoge. And the architect, the fact that they were constructing their houses in permanent places under very strong stones, as you can see.
Yes.
And this one is very good evidence because you can even see smoke, meaning that they used to lit fire just outside here. And where we are seated, these were some of their seats.
Yes.
These stones, these were some of their seats.
So what you can see is a place that we call Ineke Gusii RIGO. RIGO is a place where the Omo Gusii could stay, because in those days, 100 years before, there was no house. And they could look for a place for protection, sunshine, calm rain, where they could settle. So, what human settlement of Omo Gusii? Can you walk in? Go, don't fear, don't fear. Walk in, walk in, walk in. You can now stand up, you can now stand up. Yes, make lights on, make lights on. It is our home, it is our home. Yes, yes, you can see how big it is. You can see, don't fear. It is really well done. Can you see the floor? Can you see the floor? Well designed. Well designed. Can you see the Give him some lights. Give him some lights. Give him some light. Give him some light. Light. Put on light. Yes. There you are. There you are. There you are. Yeah. If it cannot come out clearly,
You can stand.
yeah, you are.
And when you're looking up,
You are walking in.
you can see they have done a lot of carvings.
Yes.
They have done a lot of work around
Yeah,
there,
that ceiling.
meaning that people are staying here.
Yeah, they were.
This is a very fantastic
They were.
something in Bomachoge.
Yes. and the more especially engineers of what? Architect.
The architects.
Yes.
Yes.
They come here, they see.
They make any improvements?
Yes. The Omo Gusii was very clever that he could come up with his own settlement place. As you can see, he didn't go to school. He had no measure, he had tape measure, he had no ruler, he knew nothing about meter, centimeter, name them. But he could make it smart as you saw when you were inside. We dedicate what we have seen more especially to students of JKUAT, because they came out with that idea that they could want to learn about Omo Gusii and how he used to build up where he was staying. This is now open, this is now Nyandika clear, and you have seen not a dream, it is a reality. Is it correct?
It's correct. This is a total dedication to the ARC students, the second year students of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, who came to the Humphreys Hotel early this year, and they were out to come up with a Gusii homestead at Humphreys Hotel. I want to say that the origins are here. We talked about them last time. Next time you get time, you can just come and visit and see what we are talking about as a reality. A Gusii, in particular, had his permanent home during that time. It's a great dedication, and we expect the best out of the best. Thank you very much.
Finally, I feel relieved.
Yes.
Because the assignment you gave me has been illustrated.
It's now fulfilled.
You can now see. It was not a story tale, but it is now a reality.